Over the last few decades, Australia has gone from an industrial economy to a post-industrial economy, and the evidence is abundant. In the last few weeks alone, West Australia's last brickworks closed. That means we now import our bricks from Vietnam, China and India. Reflex Paper has just shut production in Australia. That means we don't make white paper in this country anymore. Where are we going to import it from? You guessed it, China, Indonesia. Australia's last helium production facility in Darwin is going to shut over the next few months. And it's not just used for blowing up balloons. Helium is very important. Used in MRI scans, in solar panel manufacturing and several other critical uses. That means we're going to have to import our helium from now on. Australia's oldest coal-fired power plant shut last Friday. Power prices over the weekend doubled from the weekend before it shut down. Next year, Arrarang power plant will shut down. That's 30% of New South Wales power gone. Meanwhile, the cost of wind turbines, what we're replacing coal-fired power plants with, have gone up by 38% because the price of molybdenum, zinc, copper, nickel has skyrocketed, up by an average of 93% since the start of the COVID pandemic. This is not good. Dairy factories are shutting in Victoria. Supermarkets, the hospitality industry, they're all concerned about a looming carbon dioxide shortage. Meanwhile, construction companies are collapsing because the price of steel has gone up by 40%. The price of cement has gone up by 40%. Why? You guessed it, because we don't make these materials here. Meanwhile, Australia continues to import 90% of its fertiliser, 90% of its fuel, and 90% of its pharmaceuticals. On top of this, we've gone from being a net exporter of steel to a net importer of steel. We used to make about 10 million tonnes of steel a year. Now we're hard pressed to make even 5 million tonnes. My point with all of this, Australia has gone from an economy that could produce what it needed to survive to an economy that has to rely on international supply chains. This is not good news, because if there is war in the South China Sea, Australia is going to be hung out to dry. Where are we going to get our fertiliser from so our farmers can produce the food that we put in our plates? Where are we going to get the steel that we need to build buildings from? Where are we going to get our